Hey, you kinky bastards. There's something fishy about the price of diesel fuel, and it's not your mom's vagina. Let's roll.
All right. So it's the first time I'm using this mic that I bought the other day. I don't know, I should probably clip it on, but I'll just hold it like this for this video. So, diesel fuel. All the time that I was growing up, it was always cheaper than gasoline. And around, 20 years ago, I think it was 2005, they implemented these EPA regulations or whatever. So, supposedly, according to the article I read, it costs the oil companies like billions of dollars to go in and do all this stuff to get the extra whatever it was out of the carbon or whatever, I don't know, out of the systems. And supposedly that made diesel fuel more expensive. Diesel was always like $1 cheaper, and now it's over $1 more than regular gas. And it takes less to refine it from crude oil. So you want to know why all your prices are high and keep going up. Look at the price of diesel fuel and how much it keeps going up above the cost of gasoline. It makes no sense. Why, if it takes less steps to refine crude oil into diesel fuel, why is it, if this happened 20 years ago, they've already made up with the profits that the oil companies have. They've already made up, and the gas companies, they've already made up for the cost that it took to implement these things, whatever. But it takes less to make diesel fuel than it does gasoline, but they charge $1 or more per gallon. You know who uses the majority of diesel fuel? The trucking industry. Who do you think the prices are getting passed down to? The consumers. The trucking companies can't eat the cost of, paying the higher fuel costs. So they have to raise their fees to the companies that are having things shipped, which is everything. The trucking industry runs this country. If all the trucks quit driving for one day, this country would be fucked. And they know that. So they just keep raising the prices of diesel fuel whenever they want to, knowing that all the trucks aren't going to quit rolling. The smaller trucking companies, they're the ones that get put out of business because of high diesel fuel costs. And then the bigger guys just come in and take over because they have more overhead, so they can, take on the cost a little bit, but they still raise their rates. So it's just another way. And why are they getting subsidies? The government is giving them money so that they can raise prices on diesel fuel, which raises prices for you. The shit's out of whack. Like, seriously. I mean, just in my lifetime, and I'm only 43, just in my lifetime, I've seen it completely switch. So, who knows? Maybe they're doing it because they're getting pressure from the EV side. I don't know. I mean, Elon's in the government now. And what does he have? Tesla. Oh, imagine that. So all these electronic trucks that they keep telling people about, the semis, I mean, it's not going to happen, but I'm sure in Elon's head it's going to happen. and take over, and they're going to get rid of all diesel trucks, and it's not. There's no way it can happen because there's just too many things that you can't use electricity for. I don't know. But that's my little rant on that. That's Tony. Gift from my wife for the videos. Speaking of my wife, she comes back today, and I'm so glad. It was nice just being by myself for like one day. But after a day, man, it's lonely. I have to be the one that dies first because I could not do this day after day after day after day. I'd have a heart attack just from eating bullshit. I mean, I got pizza yesterday, all kinds of just stuff that's not good for me. Christ, today I drank like 4 glasses of milk, and I'm lactose intolerant just because I didn't want it to go outdated in the fridge. And I just paid for it dearly in the bathroom, too. So don't worry, this video, unlike the last one, if you haven't watched the last video, JC and Cinnamon have a little bit of special time in the bedroom, and it turned out not too great. So go watch that. I'm sure you'll get a laugh out of it, or it'll gross you out, one of the two. But yeah, I can't wait till she gets back. It's just nice having her around. I mean, she doesn't even have to talk. She could just sit in the same room with me, and I've told her this before, and I'm content. Like, she's the kind that, her love language or whatever, she's got the whole touch thing. Like, she needs skin-to-skin interaction. It makes her feel better. I just need her to be around and not even talking. I don't have to have a conversation. I don't need to do anything. Just the fact that she's around makes me feel better. So, but we've been married for over 20 years now, and yeah, we met basically right out of high school, and we've been together ever since, and been through the highest of high. Well, not the highest of highs because we're like lower middle class, but we've definitely been through the lowest of lows: bankruptcy, job losses, other things I'm not going to mention on both sides, loss of parents, everything. But no matter how low it gets, we seem to rebound and get a little bit higher every time before there's a fall off. So I guess it's just getting back up when you get beat down. You just got to keep doing it, and keep doing it, and keep doing it. If that's some advice I could give to anybody out there, stick with it. This is just a hobby for me doing this video stuff, but if it ends up paying off in the long run, I mean, it's something I enjoy doing, that's cool too. So, and speaking of families, I watched American Primeval last night, and I did a live stream, for a little bit while I was watching it. It was boring as shit. The live stream was, not the show. But like, that whole show is basically showing how like murderous the Mormons were back in the day. I don't know if they still are. It's not me to say. My thoughts on religions, period. So, but yeah, so I get done with that. Great show. True stuff, like from history. And I go to put it on Hulu today. Well, first I went to Netflix, and because I was already on it from last night. And one of the shows that I start watching, it's about some mom that she was separated from her husband, and they had 2 kids, and the kids ended up missing, and it was a whole thing. They were a Mormon family in Utah. So it's like, all right. that's a little bit of a coincidence. I just got done watching basically the history of the beginning of the Mormons, and then the show, they happen to be Mormons. And it had killing involved too, like fucked up stuff. So I go to Hulu after I finish that show because, you know, my wife's not here and I have nothing else to do. I could be doing other things. I could be cleaning the house, but I don't have the ambition. And like I said, I had lactose, and who knows when I'm going to have to head off to the bathroom. So anyhow, I put it on Hulu, and this show, Devil in the Family, The Fall of Ruby Frank, I start watching that show, and it's about a Mormon family and like child abuse, and it's like, what the fuck is going on with the Mormons? I mean, the Christians definitely don't do all the greatest stuff in the world either, but and from what I've seen from the Mormon shit, it's pretty gangster. I mean, not gangster, but they do some hardcore shit. They're not the knock on your door, let me lead you to Jesus type all the time, it seems like. They might off you if you say no. Who knows? Anyhow, that's all I got for today. I'm thinking, what should I do a video on tomorrow? Or it might not be tomorrow that I do a video. I'll figure something out. I use CapCut on my phone to make the videos, and I just downloaded it onto the laptop last night. So I'm gonna try and edit it on the computer because I've been doing all the editing on my phone, and it's hard as shit sometimes to do that. So we're gonna see how it turns out. You're gonna be the first ones to see it. We'll see how she goes. Thanks for watching. Stay sinful, stay safe, invite the Mormons in unless you want to die. I'll get at you next time. Peace.